Yo, what is up, bros? I'm back with the final battle out of this round. It is number 1 seed Guderian versus number 2 seed Bach. Alright, Guderian, show us what you've got. You've got Armored Assault, you've got Panzer Leader, a Blitzkrieg, Inspiration, Inferior Victory, and Father of the Blitzkrieg title, which ups your attack by 12 and deals a critical attack rate of plus 10%. Then we got old Bock here, who has War Machine when commanding armored troops in range of enemy territory, critical attack and damage of self and nearby friendly forces, plus a 40%, rounding it out with Panzer Leader, Blitzkrieg, Armored Assault, and Inspiration. Let's begin. Alright, Guderian, we need that monster hit on the engineers. Nice. 9-10. Not bad. I'd like to see a little bit more from you. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the finish. Nice. Alright, Bach, you are up, bro. Only an 844. Guderian was dropped a 600 here and almost a 600 there. Bach is behind. Bach is trailing 7, 8, 9, and 10. But did get the finish. Alright, Guderian from the Pershing should not have a problem with this at all. Easy pickings for Guderian. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Got him down to 115, bro. Almost had him. Very good, Guderian. Very good. Alright, Bach, you are up. You shouldn't have a problem here. Unless you just completely screw up. Yeah, I got it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Not a bad showing from Bach. Actually a little bit better than I thought he was gonna do. Got Graziani down to 213. Alright, Bach. Or should I say, God Bach? Alright, Guderian versus the Monstein. I mean, some of those hits were kinda low, I'm feeling. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I mean, he took him out. What more can you ask from Guderian? Alright, Bach, it's your turn to verse the Monstein. I mean, at least as good as Guderian, I think. 6, 7, 8, and 9. And hey, Bach took him out too. I'm impressed by Bach. Alright, bros, the results are in, and this one was close. Guderian had 6,935 overall damage, which was 736 more than Bach. Guderian was doing 74 more average damage per hit and had a max single hit of 66 more damage than Bach. On the second attack, it gets even closer. Guderian had 4,092 overall damage, which was only 319 more than Bach. Guderian was only doing 32 more average damage per hit and had a max hit of only 19 more than Bach. For the third battle, it got even closer yet. Guderian had an overall damage of 4,184, which was only 252 more than Bach. Guderian was only doing 28 average damage more per hit, and had a max hit of only 31 damage more than Bach. Alright, bros, Guderian won that one, but it was so close. In fact, it was so close that I don't think there is going to be a general that fits in between Guderian and Bock. Wherever Guderian ranks, Bock is going to be just below him. And I mean, you could add a little bit for this war machine, giving friendly forces plus 40% critical attack. I don't think that's going to put him ahead of Guderian, but it puts him even closer to Guderian. So yeah, I don't think with that there's any... These guys are going to be attached at the hip as far as ranking. Like, there's no room for anybody to come in between them. Actually, bros, I was just looking through my spreadsheet, and there's a bro that might actually come in between them. Because he beats Bach in 2 of these attacks. But Bach beats him in 1 of the attacks. I mean, I'll just go ahead and tell you it's Chernikovsky. I mean, I guess it comes down to how you wanted to use those bros, really. You've taken Bach's single target over Chernikovsky, but if you're going into a bunch of troops, I would, you know, go with Chernikovsky. Those are all going to have to be things that we figure out, bros. Alright, bros, updated a bracket. Hey, I had a pretty good idea, right, about how these were going to play out. All the second seeds moved on. All the first seeds moved on. All the first seeds beat all the second seeds. I had this called out pretty well. So for the next 2 matches out of the semi-final round, 1 seed Almonstein versus 1 seed Abrams, and 1 seed Patton versus 1 seed Guderian. Alright, bros, so our next matchup has Almonstein versus Abrams. Something that has already happened. I've done Almonstein versus Abrams review, and what we found out, if you do not remember, is that Abrams, when allowed to move 5 spots, beat Almonstein 2 out of 3 times. However, and this is a big however, I did not have Inferior Victory. Inferior Victory was not out yet. It did not exist. I believe he already had the title of Strategic Genius, you know, which gives him attack plus 18, critical damage plus 35. Bro had Panzer Leader, Blitzkrieg, Armored Assault, Inspiration. Because of that Inferior Victory, and not only that, Abrams is not going to be able to move all 5 spots for each attack. So that's not going to come into play. Anticipation, I mean, he's going to, what was it? He moves 5 once, 4 once, and 3 once. For the Anticipation, rounding out with Panzer Leader, Armored Assault, and Blitzkrieg. Because of Inferior Victory and because he can't move as much, I mean, I'm going to have to lean on Almonstein to win this, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. Bros, if you're enjoying this content, you know what to do. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll be back here for next upload. Peace.